Booster Gold was in Atlantic City. He fought and beat the Royal Flush Gang with help from Skeets. The Justice League of America came and said they'd watch him for a week to decide if he could join. For a week, Booster Gold helped people and stopped bad things. After a week, the Justice League said he did well and let him join. Booster Gold was happy to be in the team. Booster Gold came home to Pittsburgh, where he lived with his ancestor Daniel. Daniel had some problems because of time travel and was really into video games. Out of the blue, Rip Hunter showed up in a time-traveling machine in their living room, causing some damage. Daniel was upset about his house, but Rip needed Booster's help for a time crisis. Booster and Rip hopped into the time sphere and left. Right after they left, a mysterious person entered the house. This person knocked Daniel out and took his supernova costume, which was on display. Then they flew away with it. Unknown to Booster Gold, a new danger was brewing, and the stolen costume was now in the hands of someone bad. The story continued as Booster Gold and Rip Hunter tried to stop this new threat and get the costume back before it caused more trouble. Inside the time sphere, Rip Hunter told Booster Gold about the important task ahead. Rip needed Booster's help to fix some time problems caused by the recreation of the multiverse. Rip explained that Booster's reputation and skills made him the right person for this job. But there was a rule. Booster couldn't change things in the past. He could only stop events that weren't supposed to happen. This meant he couldn't become a famous hero by changing history. He had to stay as the same showy adventurer people already knew him as. Even though this was disappointing for Booster, he agreed to help. He knew it was vital to fix the time problems and protect the timeline. So they set off on their mission, ready to face challenges and keep time safe, even if it meant Booster couldn't become the hero he wanted to be. Booster Gold went back in time to World War III a few weeks earlier. He saved a plane and its passengers from being destroyed by Black Adam. When he came back to the present, the Justice League offered him a spot on their team because they were impressed with his heroic actions. But Booster saw a vision of the future and realized he couldn't accept the offer without causing problems in the timeline. So even though it was disappointing, Booster pretended to refuse the Justice League's offer. He wanted people to think he turned it down, though he knew it was the right choice to protect the future. Booster stayed focused on his mission to keep the timeline safe. Booster Gold met up with Rip Hunter and decided to keep working as a time cop. But Booster had a special plan. He wanted to go back in time to save his best friend Blue Beetle. Meanwhile, the person who took Daniel's supernova costume used its time travel power to go way back in time to the planet Korugar. It was when Sinestro was still a respected member of the Green Lantern Corps. The person in the supernova suit approached Sinestro and said, "I need to talk to you about the future." Sinestro was curious and agreed to listen, not knowing what would happen next in this time-traveling adventure.